Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
That's right. Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things I want to tell you is brought to you by Dispose LLC. This is a garbage company that's doing great things, not just the fact I work here. It's for the fact that I want to organize it to be in a way that it can serve you. I believe in our customers. I've been in the industry for over 29 years. And one of the things I want to do is take all the time that it built up in me and give it to you in a way that you will enjoy it. I can't tell you what all these other big companies are doing, even though I work for them. Why talk about what they do when I can show you what I can do for you?
Yes.
Because some of these things is being forgotten about, and I don't want to forget about you because I want you. Now, how I'm going to change the game is how I present the game. Change it by my behavior, not just by what they say. But they might not hold up to it. And that's what we do over here at Dispose LLC.
Right.
And the phone number you can call, which I really want you to go to the website, brand new website, redesigned. You can do everything on it, and it is dispose.llc.com. And again, you can just go dispose.com, and you still should pull up either way. And you can see the new website. But the phone number that you can call, just in case you ain't into this techno savvy, we old school, 770-462-8984. That's right, I remembered it. Why? I don't always call it, but I remember it for you. And that's the difference.
There you go.
At Dispose. Now, I got to get back to the person been rocking with me for over 4 years. Been gone from a minute for me. Boy, he missed one show and it felt like he was gone for a decade. But he back, high form, loving his energy. Craftmatic, how you doing, big baby?
I'm doing well, bro. Very well.
I see you smiling, man.
Well and very well.
I mean, you took a little vacation, bro. What you did, man?
Yeah.
You really got that high flow.
I was gone a few days, but it wasn't all vacation.
What, all vacation?
No, it was quite a bit of work.
Okay.
Quite a bit of work.
I just wanted you to know, man, the way you smiling.
But it's nice to get away, you know? It's nice to get away sometime, a few days and, just kind of let your hair down a little bit. Do a little shopping.
Crap, what hair you got?
Say what?
You know, we're a real show. What the hell you let your hair down? Ain't no hair up there, bro.
You know what I mean, man. You know what I mean.
Got that joke, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm doing real good, bro. How are you tonight, man?
I'm going to tell you all day long, man. It's been a struggle. And one of the things I got to tell you, man, I got to think of you all the time. Even when you wasn't here, when you was gone, and all that goes on, Craft, I have to keep a positive energy and a focus.
Yeah.
It's been time, man, that I admit. It's been a struggle just because I got to change my own behavior.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
a struggle because I got to catch it.
Right.
I like to resort back to old ways.
Yes.
And man, you know what helps me?
What's that?
It's you.
You gotta have good people in your corner, man.
And when you got somebody good like you to help tell you, hey man, you got to constantly look at what you do. You can't just talk it, you got to walk it.
There you go.
So a lot of times we looking at each other and we like, yo, yeah, we got a perfect world. I don't know what perfect is, but I know a plan.
Yes.
And I understand I got to work it. And then Craft always tell me you got to have it in front of you because your mind will take you all over the place. So
yes.
I'm listening to Craft and I'm like, I got this, I got that. But what's written? How you got it written? You got all this, but is it fitting your plan?
Yeah.
Because people going to take you here or there. It takes you to control where somebody might be trying to do compared to what you want to do.
There you go. There you go.
And that changed me when I realized I was depressed. I was depressed because I wanted to go back to my old way.
Yeah. Changing your behavior is one of the key components of life, man. Mm-hmm. It's how we all really need to be thriving. It's how we get to thriving, right?
Right.
It's to change our own behavior. Listen, a perfect way to introduce our show. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
I be trying.
And we are here to liberate your mind and your soul with a fantastic dialogue. We're going to talk about a lot of positivity and a lot of great things tonight. And we're just hoping that you can find yourself in the midst of our conversation. Decide what you would do, how you would handle the situation. What thoughts do you have? And we're encouraging you to have this conversation with your friends and your family. It's okay if you stop the tape stop the video and start having this conversation with your own folks, because that's what this is about. Healing happens when we discuss things.
Yes.
And we do a magnificent job each week of just discussing stuff. And so just participate in your own way from where you are. We are so glad that you're with us tonight, whether you're live, and most importantly, if you are alive, with us tonight, alive.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for being with us. Your participation means a lot. And if you're watching this show at a later date, I hope you enjoy the program. We got a great show lined up for you tonight.
Yeah.
And of course, we always start the show off with a prayer. Didn't know, Jay, if you want to do our prayer for tonight.
I had to pray over you when you left me and you had to handle your business.
Yeah.
So I think they missed you, bro.
Okay.
I prayed out for you because one of the things I want to do is make sure nobody touch you.
Yes.
You are too good of a person to let somebody come in harm's way when a person cares as much as you do. So I prayed over you. So I need you to pray back over them because I pushed it forth. Then you always been keeping it pushing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's, man, you about to make me well up over here,
well,
man.
You can't cry with what you do, baby.
You know? So tonight, Barb has us praying over health and wellness.
Now, you know that came again. This is October.
Okay.
This is all over. You know, everybody know cancer awareness.
Yes.
This that month.
Yes.
You know, then you got the coronavirus.
Yes.
And then, you know, she was mentioning about, again, abuse and all the things everybody going through behind all the coronavirus and staying home.
Right.
So we looked at wellness, and we just want you to tackle what we all might be facing.
Okay. I put some ideas down here, and this may be a little lengthy. I pray for an hour at a time.
Okay.
You know, this 1 or 2 minutes that we do here is really nothing for me. But I try to give God, I try to give the universe every single idea that I want to experience. Okay. That's what prayer is all about. We're releasing it and letting it all go into the hands of God. So let's do that tonight over health and wellness. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight just thanking you for being here with us and for giving us another opportunity to do this great show. We thank you, Father, tonight for health and wellness. Mm-hmm. And we ask, Heavenly Father, that you would begin to heal our bodies, all of our bodies, every person, every soul, everyone who is looking for a better life and a better body and a better mind. Give us a healing in our bodies tonight, Lord. Give us a healing in our affairs tonight, Lord. Give us energy and zest and zeal and make us vibrant and alive, Lord. Yes. Give us right action and right understanding, Lord, to be able to take better care of ourselves and better care of our families, Heavenly Father. We ask, Father, that you would change our minds tonight, that you would change our minds to align with perfect health and perfect healing. That goes from our diet to our exercise to our whole mentality. Give us, Lord, an alignment with perfect healing and perfect health. We ask, Father, that you would fill us with life and make our minds clear and give us clear thinking and give us positivity. Make us feel healthy and happy and joyful in our lives, Lord. Let us let go of old ways and accept the new ways, Father. We ask that you would destroy sickness and pain and sadness and laziness and troubles in our life. Fill us with a peaceful spirit, an easy way of life, a beautiful life, and give it to us, Lord, as good as it can possibly get. Asking you to protect us in all ways. Our health and our healing, our wellness is most important tonight, Lord. Tackle it and refresh us. Make us anew. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right. All offerings go to Bar Talk with Jay. What? Oh, you damn now. Bro. Oh, you were strong. You did it in so many different ways.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, he made it in the stadium. What? He made it into the stadium.
Yeah, we live in living color. Come on over, Master. Restaurant right here, man. Right here. Take your time. Take your time. Well, I got one of my partners, one of my ex-moms. What's up, money?
We're going to get with him. We're going to get with him.
Yeah.
See you,
man. This is my boy Edwin. He's going to be on the show tonight. We live right now, man. So come back, have a seat.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that prayer felt so
man,
good.
It should. It was inciting.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'll tell you, your prayer hit so deeply because a lot of things that you was hitting on is what we're facing.
Yes.
And that's what life's about. And that's why, again, a lot of people wonder why I go live. I do live because this ain't scripted and this ain't no play. You know, this is something you got to really be about or you can't really be with us. It's time to wake up and realize you are your best energy.
Yes.
And you got to get into your source.
You got to get into your source.
And they're not feeling it. They, oh no. You're looking at actors. Okay?
Right.
This ain't no act.
Right.
We're not perfect, and we're not trying to be, nor are you.
Right.
But you want to see something perfect, but you're not acting in the perfect way because you don't even understand what's written.
Yes.
I want to get you back what's written and act better because we all know about faults.
Yes.
Let's get past yours.
Woo, Jay, I'm so fired up today. Well, telling what you just talking about, when you say what is written. See, folks, we don't have to figure life out a whole lot, right? There are some words and some messages that have been delivered to us by our forefathers and our fathers and our previous ancestors, and they laid down a set of curriculum that says this is how you manage life. Right? And one of the first things, and I just did a great prayer, it felt good, but one of the things that we all have to have is a great prayer life.
Okay.
Right? And if you don't have a great prayer life, you are going to be missing the mark. Because our power is not in our little bodies. Our power is in the spirit, the aura that we can bring to life, that we can bring to the world. And if you are not dancing in the spirit, you're missing a part of your power. The infinity of your power exists in such a bold and great way. You got to learn how to tap into that. And prayer is how you tap into that. Right?
I agree.
And so, there are, one of the things I wanted to talk about in just a little bit, if we have time, is how are you being led? See, you think you know it all, and you don't know it all. We don't know it all. We're far from the whole truth. So how are you being led? Sometimes people are led through the Spirit. Sometimes people are led through reading other people's books. Sometimes people are led through just taking chances and fighting through the things that they want and they desire in life. But you got to find a way to bring new information and new ideas and new understandings into your life. If you don't, you're standing on your own treadmill, and it's never going anywhere.
Well, it's going somewhere. You ain't. It's moving. It's stagnant.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, listen, I am so excited tonight, man. I got one of my best friends in the world, man, right here with me. This is my boy Edwin, and I'm so glad you can make it, man. Welcome to the show, Edwin. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
you got to speak directly into it. Yeah.
I'm doing good. It was a long drive, but it was worth it. I know it's going to be a fun night tonight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm going to make it fun.
Oh, yeah. I know. Trust me, I can feel it already as soon as I walked in the room. I can feel the vibe.
But I want also that vibe, I also want you to teach.
Yes.
It's going to be a session at 8 o'clock where I want to get more than what you do.
Yes.
And that way they can understand the power of somebody else going through it, that they can lead you.
There you go.
Yes.
So this show is just waking people up, and then we're going to teach some people at the end.
Listen, I always say, God sent me to this world to teach.
There you go.
That's my reason of why I'm here, is to give back to the younger generations.
Okay.
And I give it through experience. I don't give it through, I read a lot, but everything I teach is, I've gone through it and proven facts and people that know that I've seen me go through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to hear that tonight. So chime in every way that you may.
Oh, definitely.
Listen, last week I was traveling.
Oh, yeah, you was.
And of course, I didn't get an opportunity to participate in our show, and it's a very, very rare occasion.
Very rare.
Very rare occasion, and I missed the show last week. So I'm gonna let Jay chime in on what happened last week. What was last week's show about, Jay?
Last week, a lot of people didn't understand what all went on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna break it down to you.
Please.
The easiest way I can give it to you is unrealistic expectations when it comes to relationships.
Yes.
Now, what I did is I brought a young lady on that's going to do her own podcast, and we started looking at it dynamically because, again, a lot of times you have higher expectations than what a person live up to.
Right.
And then you might not even be the expectation that they have. My whole thing is waking you up to realize what it is before you waste all your time on a dream when reality is slipping past you and we are not really moving forward.
Yes.
And that happens a lot because, again, I have a dream and it's not going to make it with a person that don't see it with you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I have this trophy, but the trophy will not get you where you need to be because there's no motivation and we're stagnant because you put it there.
Right. You
wanted it and you might as well bought it because that's all it's ever going to do. It's going to gain wealth
Damn.
through somebody else if they take it because they might be able to do something with it, but it ain't gonna gain wealth with you because that's not what it's for you.
Right.
So now you holding on to it ain't for you, but it look good. It make your wrist look good. It make you feel good, but it ain't fulfilling you.
Yeah.
It's half pour, half out, and then you half out your mind. And what we said then, and then we're gonna get to the crunchy part, is we start talking about people giving sex out. A sex, the A grade sex, and then the C sex. C sex was okay,
Yeah.
but when you start getting A grade, it changes everything.
Right.
And they said when you do that, we go together. Now, gentlemen, I will tell you, I'm speaking from a single side.
Listen,
That's what I do.
I'm gonna have to slow you down just a minute.
Why you gonna slow a brother down for what I do?
Cause I know that ABCD sex it will take over the show real quick.
It could,
I want to
but
talk
that was
about,
last week.
I want to talk about them unrealistic expectations.
Well,
if I
unrealistic
may, give a
is also, think about it now. If I put it on you, then you're going to have an unrealistic expectation of where it can be without a conversation.
yeah.
So
and-
it is real. It's just I gave you a subject that most people don't want to go with because, again, we're doing it and then we're not talking. They said it on the show. When you give that, that's mine. Okay? And at that point, they put an unrealistic stamp on you.
Yeah.
And at that point, it changed the whole dynamic of the relationship.
Listen,
and
I've
you didn't
always
really
said-
think it.
I've always
Yes.
said that expectations ruin relationships, right? See, man, there's so many places I want to go on this. Real quick, my ex-wife used to always think of a relationship as this,
Okay.
right? And we're together, right? But I have come to think of a relationship as this, and that we'll move and we might meet in some places and we might not, but we are together, right? And so if I begin to place expectations on my lady, for example, then I'm changing the reality of the nature of the relationship.
Right.
I'm starting to want her to do things and say things and be a certain person that she's really not, right? And so I put us in a position to fail because of my expectations.
Correct.
Right? Now, if I properly convey those expectations, then she has an opportunity to say, I'm in or I'm out.
Correct.
I can or I'll try or whatever the case may be. But if I never put the expectations out there, now we're truly operating in a place of, I'll say, falseness, because you're not going to come together, right? You want me to be this person, but that's not who I am, and you never even conveyed that to me. So now you want something that I can't give you because I don't even know that you wanted that.
Now, I would agree with you.
Communication. It's
Right.
communication. That is the key. I've been through this
Yes.
too long.
Yes.
Too long. I'm on my third marriage, and
Yes.
let me tell you, the one thing I've learned from experience, a relationship has to be 50-50. The reason, if it's not 50-50, the person that owns the majority of the percentage feels like they own the relationship and feels like they can do whatever they want to do with that other partner. So it's crucial to try to run a 50-50 balance in everything on your relationship. And that's what I've noticed that has excelled this particular marriage that I'm in right now.
That makes all the this time
We're going to keep. We're going to go to break.
Yeah,
But I like that.
Yeah,
That's key.
yeah.
It's very key.
Man, we got so much more to go here. Hope you folks are enjoying the show. It's time for us to take our first break. If for any reason you can't hear the music, just fast forward about 3.5 minutes, and you'll catch us in the next segment. We're going to be right back with more Bar Talk with Jay. Welcome back. Yes, sir.
We went in deep.
We went in deep, and that was just the first segment, right?
We gotta go in even harder on this one, but we gotta give him the subject though.
I love the first segment, man. I love the first segment.
We're about to touch some things.
Okay, so tonight, folks, I did not introduce the topic before our break. So let me introduce it now so we can get right to business.
What we got?
Tonight, we're talking about why actions speak louder than words in relationships.
Oh Lord, because I be lying. What am I saying already? I'm sorry.
Why actions speak louder than words in relationships? I don't know. Shall we give our guest an opportunity? You want to start off?
I would, but I gave him a small example. Because sometimes we be lying. And your actions going to speak over your words.
Right.
100.
But when I tell you, you live it and you do it, it combines, and that people will look at you and they might even think you're lying, but they remember your actions. They remember what you do.
People will always remember your actions.
And that right there stands key. But a lot of times we feel like our words should just be dominant. It should be it. Well, remember, it should. But remember, any lie you told and any betrayal you've done can be undone.
See, if you speak the word and you don't do what you said you were going to do, you are incongruent. And people can see that you are incongruent.
Yes.
Now your words are no longer trusted.
That is correct.
Right.
And mostly by female.
Yeah.
They take that to heart.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. If you lie to a woman, she really, really takes it to heart.
And she'll never forget it. She'll remind you 5 years later about it. So please
Just 5?
Stop. Whoever's doing it, please stop.
Yeah.
He said just 5?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, you know, we talked a little bit about, what was that, love that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago, where you can say that you love somebody, but if they don't see it in your actions, they really don't believe it.
Nope.
You can tell someone you love them, but if you mistreat them all the other times,
They ain't gonna believe
they're
it.
not going to believe you.
That's right.
You can tell someone that you love them, but they catch you in multiple lies, they're not going to believe you.
That's right. That's
Right?
right.
And so, actions is everything. I think action is love personified,
It can be. Or loyalty.
or loyalty personified, or
That's what I
dedication
see.
personified.
Yes.
Right? Because, loyalty, dedication, and all that stuff is a part of the relationship. And of course, you can't insinuate or tell me that you're loyal,
No.
and then you stay out late 2 nights a week.
That's right.
No, you speaking it.
You speak it, right? And this is going to be a hard subject to dive into.
I help you though.
Because it's such a simple idea.
It's simple, but
Right?
simple ain't simple.
Be about what you're talking about.
Just be real.
Yeah.
Be real. That's the key word. Be real to, if you're out to just get it, just tell her. You're out, it's single night out and we're just going to have fun. People appreciate that.
They do, but I'm going to tell you, I get in trouble a lot. Like,
You get in trouble
I
because
was-
you mislead.
I already mislead. I told the truth. I ain't want to be out of relationship.
Listen, now Jay is one of those people who will
I would tell you.
always say that he tells the truth.
I tell
Now, you and I, and most of us know that people don't tell the truth, right? 90% of the people are
Don't
lying, they're playing games. I'm not going to tell you about the other chick I got across town until we get closer to where we're
Right.
trying to be, all that other stuff, right? But, so Jay is a little unique in that. He tells
I'm unique only because I did the lie before.
Okay.
All right? I lied to get it. And I understand I didn't keep it. And I had to learn from behavior through all the mistakes that I made, right?
Correct.
So you'd be like, what happened is because I was insecure in me. And that's why I told the lies, because I wanted what I didn't know I could get. So then when you start understanding why am I lying?
That's
So
right.
now I start telling the truth. Shit, they tell me I'm lying.
Right.
So it'd be like, it's an oxymoron. I'm better off this. But see, you can't go backwards when you understand what's forward.
Right.
So you always got to stay forward. Whereas, and you know something, I know it didn't work for me to continue lying. So I'm not going to go back because they don't want to believe me now. I'm being honest. I'm like, I just date. I'm not looking at my relationship. And I'm out to see what all I can do. And again, I date to eliminate. So again, that's competition. The reason why, I'm trying to find the best thing out there for me. And my whole thing is, why am I consolidating myself? So one, when I done that already, it didn't work out well for me.
Right.
And then I'm already got so much on my plate. So before I just start giving it all to one person and then I give a falseness, I want to see what I have to see if I can get a realness. Because can you really deal with this? Because this ain't easy. And then you got to learn me. So that serious relationship could be on the dating app. See it all the time. What a serious relationship. So seriously, you need to understand. You get to know. I like what they're saying because I understand. They don't want games. I don't care for the game. So why don't I give it to you on upfront? that I'm not looking for all that on the upfront. I want it for long term, but I don't want it on the upfront, and I want to know where the hell you at, because you ain't gonna give me all of you. I don't know what's represented at this dinner, but I'm paying for it.
Right.
So am I paying for a good time, or am I really paying for you?
Can I ask you why you're paying for it?
Well, I pay for
You
it.
pay for the dinner. Why?
Well, I pay for the dinner because I'm a gentleman up front. I normally is.
But okay, that was back then.
Hold on.
Back nowadays it's a fair that if it's a first date, why ain't two people paying? Because they're as responsible as you are to this date. So that shows commitment. At the moment when the bill comes out, that shows commitment. And that's when I say to you, my 5-year marriage is going strong, and it's probably going to be my last one. It's not probably, I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. It's going to be the last one.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. It started with the moment we went on our first date. It was 50-50 from that moment. She pulled out her credit card, I pulled out my credit card, and we both put it on the table.
And so many women don't understand that.
They do understand. No, they do understand it. They take advantage because us guys decide to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to pay for tonight's dinner because I'm the man. That's the problem.
Okay.
So instead of saying that, say, hey, honey, you know what, let's go on this first date. But this first date is, we're going to split the bill. Because it's only fair that we do, because we don't know where this is going.
Yeah, that's it.
I
think we got a cultural thing
No,
going
I don't know
on
about
here.
no culture. I ain't paying for no more dinner. Hell with this. No, I'm learning tonight.
What it does is it brings the reality of the person out. So now this person is no longer going to just show up to the date without having any interest or just wanting a free dinner. Because what you guys are doing is you guys are giving people free dinners.
Right.
And people take advantage of it, not caring about who you are.
Yep.
But if you tell them up front, hey, we're splitting this bill. We can eat as much as you want. We can drink as much as you want. But at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 bill.
Right.
I guarantee you, they show up, they're going to show interest, or they're not going to show up at all.
I like that. That's it. So everybody I dated, that's it. Y'all cut. I don't care if y'all leave my ass. I found out what the problem was. It was me, and I'm changing me tonight.
Okay, I see.
That's the truth. That was me before.
It's called the X Factor. Y'all out. Y'all about to get
Welcome to X. Welcome to X.
I believe that potentially may be an old school versus a new school. Can we label it that way?
Yes, and I'll be honest with you. I used to do things with my prior 2 marriages the old school way. I'm 40 years old, so I'm not a millennium, but I'm borderline of one.
Right.
And what I realized was once I started dating an actual millennial, that's how they think. They don't want to hear that we, the male, are the alpha male, and we know, because you got to understand the generations are changing.
Mm-hmm.
In 1954, it was all about factories. In 2020, it's all about the internet. The internet is the new factory.
Right.
That's why buildings are shutting down. That's why there's no longer less and less factories out there. It's because now everything's done through the internet, which is the new factories out here. So we need to adapt to what's changing. You guys are not adapting with the females on how the world's changing.
And part of the reason may be, there's 12 years gap. There's a 12-year gap between us. So I'm still operating in old school. I'm still operating with I'm still operating with what has been successful for me. But I'll tell you what I have also noticed, right? Just being educated and knowing a lot of very educated people, that there are a lot of millennium women who will operate just like that.
Yes.
Right? In fact, I'm almost amazed a little bit because guys tell me all the time about women who take them out.
Yes.
I mean, like, take them out, balling out of control, made reservations, hotels, and they taking them out. They taking them on vacation. Hey, I'm going
but
to
see, that's also wrong. That's also wrong because people are going to take advantage of you as a female.
But see, here's the thing: if I got somebody,
hold on a minute, hold on. But if you,
I was just liking you.
no. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you guys treat, like, let's say on the next date, you say, hey, I'm going to pay for this date because the first date went by good. Then you take charge. You say, you know what? On the next date, it's on me because you saw the responsibility that she pulled out the credit card on day 1, caring for you. But you know what that means? That's day 2. Day 3, she's in charge of that bill. And by doing it that way, I promise you, it brings commitment to the table.
It brings commitment to the table. But and I totally agree. But if you were to operate in the norm of how a lot of women see the world, that they, by day 3, it's like, Man, yeah, we going to dinner. Yeah,
I
we
don't
going
know.
out.
I got
you
one
know,
on the couch.
right?
And she
So-
disagreed like a mud. I
Well,
know that
listen,
said.
what we
Yeah,
want-
she about to fight.
Here's the point I was wanting to make. That what we would like
Uh-huh.
is for her to show us that she cares for us like we care for them.
On day
And-
one.
On day one.
On day one.
On day one.
That's why
I want to
day one,
see.
that 50-50 is so crucial
Yeah.
on day one.
And I mentioned it on a number of shows ago. We've done so many. I mentioned on the show one time that, you know, hey, if I take you out for a $100 date, when we get to the grocery store, the convenience store that night, spend $20 on water and snacks for us and shit. Like, you know, why do you should beat me to the counter like, come on, baby, bring what you want, you know, because that shows an interest in sharing. That shows an interest. It's not just it's not just giving up, giving away everything, so to speak. Show me that you want me. That's what we need. That's what we want.
You have to tell them. I'm going to tell you something. When I was broke 10 years ago, I was homeless 10 years ago. I realized that my only way out of sleeping in my car, sleeping in, showering at LA Fitness and all that, was through a female. I had to find a girlfriend. I needed to find somebody that was stable, that can put me back on the stable track where I can do what I do best.
Mm-hmm.
Once I met this person, went out with them, I explained to them where I was in life.
Mm-hmm.
This person took care of me for X amount of months. This female went to the supermarket, shopping, rent, the whole nine, until I got back up on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
So from there on, then of course the relationship did not work long-term wise because we were not meant to be long-term wise, but we helped each other through a process of that we had, I was struggling at that particular process. And I'll be honest, without her, I don't know where I would have been, because she's the first female that gave me a hand.
Mm.
So they are out there. There's no question about that. It's finding the ones that do care, the ones that want to be part of more, not just going to bed tonight, but part of being more than just, hey, I want to actually build a relationship with you because I see what you bring to the table.
Right. One of the things that I long for in my relationship is a woman who says, let's build this empire together.
Block by block,
let's
brick by
build
brick.
an empire. You know what I'm saying? Let's build $100 million empire and travel the world like I'm in the fight for you. We'll stay up late nights reading, studying, working, grinding, calling people, whatever we got to do. Like Michelle Obama type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like
hustle.
that's what you want, right?
You got to realize this. You got to realize this. The moment you meet her,
Mm-hmm.
she's working the 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
She's been working the 9-to-5 job for the past 10 years.
Right.
Is she going to build an empire with you?
Probably
Let's be
not.
honest with her.
Probably not. She's not gonna think like that.
Exactly.
She's
So
not gonna
you're
do
already in the wrong group of people. It starts there, guys. Come on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You want to throw daggers, knives? I mean,
No. That's
no,
good.
it's real talk. It's
That's
real
good.
talk. But that's a wake up. It's a wake up to our audience, because our audience is not understanding what he just said. That's a knife being thrown when you really ain't understanding. You bleeding out because you're carrying out with the wrong person, wrong atmosphere, and it just develops on you. I get it, but bottom line, everybody's not with it. I got somebody want to say something that's sitting on the couch. We got couch love up here tonight.
Yeah.
Couch love, what you got?
Hold on. Couch love, and then we got about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we
Come
gotta
on.
go to break.
Yeah, we got to go bring couch love on. Now, couch love
Yeah,
has
come on
always
with it.
been a part of this show, but again,
That ain't no.
yeah, if you don't want to be on, you ain't want.
So silly.
Whatever.
Okay. Is it direct? Well, I don't feel like it's on.
There you go. Come on. Look at that.
Testing is not on. We
Hold on.
gonna get it right.
It is on. Here you go. Put it to it here.
Is it on?
Come on down here. So we move on.
Okay.
All right.
Let us sit here. Let us sit here. We ain't have both because it might get back.
Okay.
Let us sit here.
We got a lady stirred up tonight.
Yeah,
She
right.
wanna get on the mic. Go ahead, man. What you got to say?
It's not stirred up, but
Yeah,
you know, I just feel like everyone has to be in a certain level, and if they don't have people around them that aren't in that level, then they don't know kind of too much which way to go. So he was saying that you're in the wrong group or circle of people if you want to, I guess, engage with the opposite sex that works a 9 to 5. That's not necessarily true. I met a lot of people, not many, but enough that they didn't have people that thought like them. And if they brought their ideas, someone would shut it down. So some people are looking for someone like-minded in a spouse and a significant other to help really cultivate the different ideas and creativities or entrepreneurial mindset that they may have inside. So you can't just necessarily be like, oh, you working 9 to 5, I can't talk to you, not on my level.
No. I didn't say that. Hold on.
Right.
What I said is, you have to show interest from the beginning. If you are that entrepreneur that is working that 9 to 5, when you do go on that first date, don't wait for him to tell you you're going to pay 50% of the bill. Be upfront and be like, I want to pay 50% of the bill because I want to build something with you. And that's where people do not actually follow through, because when the bill comes, and I've seen it a million times, you know what people do? I don't know, females, males, they run to the goddamn bathroom. That's what they do.
Oh, well, I've never seen it, but I know that for a fact. Like, how do you know you want to build something? That's a serious situation. Now, I can
That's
say,
why day three.
I do feel what Kraft was saying, you should be able to share, be open-minded enough that you're not out to get something because you don't want no one to come after you and want something out of you. But I just say, like, it shouldn't be like I don't want to call it a tit for tat because that's a negative thing, but okay, I paid and you pay. You paid and I paid and you. Nobody is going to be keeping up with all that.
Right.
Actually, you do. You actually do. Because when you start paying, you actually do start paying attention to it. I promise you. On the female side and on the male side. It shows that you care.
That's what it does. It shows that
There's other ways you can show you can care.
No. That's the extra side. I got that. I'm talking about that. I got that. What? We ain't talking about Netflix and chill. I'm just saying. And if you do a good job with that, I'll pay a little more. I ain't saying,
listen,
I'm a hoe. I got whole like tendencies.
Yeah, listen, we've had this young lady in the studio numerous times.
Yeah.
And
she finally spoke.
She was compelled tonight to come and speak. Thank you so much. Listen, we want to hear more from you because you have a clarity of speech and you stand to your message. We really like that. I want to talk more on that. We're gonna try to start right there when we come back. Help us start right
we
there.
got Jeffrey. It's gonna be the 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
but then we gotta tone it down. I got to find out what he gonna bring. We'll be right back.
Brother C, we got the guy doing our boards from afar. He's somewhere across town managing the studio for us, and we appreciate you, bro, especially your patience and you being so attentive to our needs here. All right, welcome back to Bar Talk with Jake, and I believe
I gotta say, one of the things I gotta tell you is the person that's coming up next. I don't know how his day went. I never know how his day went. So again, I don't know how it's gonna go. So we're gonna find out because again, this brother right here is gonna set you straight. But it is my man Jeffrey. Jeffrey, how you doing tonight, big baby?
Brother Jay, Brother Kraft, what's going on, fellas?
What's happening,
doing
man?
excellent, my brother. Did you get laid off? Did anything happen at the job? Did we need anything ahead of time to save the world? You let me know. I guess not.
Actually, man, today was a nice day outside. The weather wasn't bad. I got a workout in. I saw a real nice-looking young lady at the gym who made some eyes at me. I almost got her phone number. Mm-hmm. But in spite of all of that, my mother, my son and daughter, they love me, and my granddaughter loves me. But you know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
And it is time for you. And listen. You ask me some questions, I give you some answers from a man's point of view.
Right.
Now listen, I got one reason for the habitually single woman and one reason for the habitually single man as to why you might be single. But before we get into that, here is my disclaimer. Now, see, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you, and if it doesn't apply to you, I want you to put your foot up in this shoe. But if it does apply to you, I don't want you to mess that all up. But if it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in them. Because you're about to learn something tonight.
All right.
Ladies, you go first. All right, ladies, some of y'all are singles, cutting ain't never satisfied. I mean, you ain't never, ever satisfied. See, you can meet a good man, but he's too short. Then you can meet a good man that's tall, but he is too light. But then you can meet a good man that's tall and dark, but he ain't got a beard. But then you can meet a man that's tall, dark, handsome, and he got a beard, but he act like he don't like you enough. Well, damn, the truth of the matter is, you don't even like you enough. I need you to understand me, ladies. Now, you were born with perfect hair, but you will sit there and you will burn your scalp to straighten it out. You can have some of the most beautiful features, but you will shave your eyebrows off, only to draw them back on and throw some contacts in your eyes. Ladies, you don't even love you enough. I need you to understand something. The lack of compatibility that you see in all these qualified men is symptomatic of the inadequacies that you see in yourself. We can't make you like you if you don't like you. And you know what? Because you don't like you, that's why your ass is single.
No! Jeffrey, did the pandemic hurt? Did the pandemic hurt you? Lord have, you don't have no sense of remorse. What's going on, Jeffrey?
You cover hard and deep. But listen, what he's talking about,
Real.
a person who's never seemed to be satisfied, it ain't the outer world that they're dissatisfied with. It's the inner world that they're dissatisfied with. And that's why we find so many women who marvel in negativity. Because they're disliking themselves, their life, their history, their what they did, what they didn't do, and you can hear it coming out. You can hear it clearly coming out in a lot of these folks. Never satisfied.
Yes.
That's major. That's major. All right, Brother Jeff.
It's a little bit deeper than that, guys.
Go ahead, man.
It starts with self-love. A lot of people, female and males, have trouble with self-love. Why? Because they're fighting depression. They're fighting some type of sickness that they don't want you to know about it. So it's a little bit bigger than what was just said.
Yeah.
You have to lay the onion. You have to peel the onion one layer back to really see why this person is acting the way they're acting. Even though they are beautiful, it could be that they have low self-esteem.
Right. Yeah.
So
That's good.
You have to have a small balance before judging.
That's good. That's good.
I like that.
And
Jeff, we gotta get back.
yeah, and with that, we'll turn it back over to you, Brother.
Jeffrey, go ahead and get the men, but you can be lighter on the men because you was kind of hard on the women. Peel
All
us
right,
back
fellas,
slow,
don't think I'm
soft.
letting y'all off the hook.
Okay.
I was hoping.
Fellas, you are next. All right, fellas, some of y'all are single simply because you too damn nice. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, I'm a nice guy. You know, I respected my father when he was alive. I still love my mother. I love my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters in the struggle. I love y'all too. I love my children, but that ain't what I'm talking about. Don't get it twisted. I got a little bit of asshole in me. Just enough to let you know not to test me. Just enough to let you know that I will check you if you come across this line. Just enough to let you know that I got a lot of masculine energy that I know how to direct and channel if need be. So don't get it twisted. I'm a nice guy, but ain't no easy win, sucker. And you here with this woman. You're here with this woman that wants to see that masculine energy come inside or coming out of you. A Freudian slip there, but coming out of you. But you won't even show her that you can, if it ever went down. I'm not talking about being masochistic or misogynistic. I'm talking about having a damn spine. So she might just test you out a little bit to see if you're man enough to stand up to her and you acquiesce and keep on being nice. Because you think that's what's going to keep her. She just wants to see you stand up. She wants to know if it ever went down, like I said, you got her back. But most importantly, that you got some damn dignity. You got some self-respect. You got some self-worth, some intestinal fortitude. But you over there thinking that nice guys finish last. And you think that's why she left. No, player. She left because you soft. Nice and soft.
Mushy.
That was that Sherman.
Sorry.
And that's why your ass
It's
is
single.
you too soft. I'm gonna tell you what comes to mind with that point. Women are very strong. They are very, very strong.
Okay.
They have weaknesses, etc. They have emotion, this thing that'll keep them a little eradicated, but they are strong. And they like strong men, right?
I agree.
They like men who will speak their mind, stand up to them, say what they need to say, not to be disrespectful or be adversarial or confrontational, but a man who's going to stand on some principle,
Right.
right? We all know that if a woman has the ability to, if you're a pushover, you can't keep her. You don't have enough zeal, zest, inner strength to keep her. She's going to find somebody that she needs to chase, because that's what it comes down to. A woman likes to be able to chase a man. She likes to be able to know that that he's confident, man. Right?
I like to say confident.
Confident, man.
Confidence is a good word.
Yeah.
It's a very good word.
Confident, and wimpism just don't work, man. So, with that, we'll turn it back over to you, Brother Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. We leave you, Jeffrey. Jeffrey.
Oh no, man, my bad. I had y'all on mute. Can you hear me now?
I
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you, bro. Bring it together for
Wonderful,
us.
wonderful. Brothers and sisters, I need y'all to understand that every single thing we need, we were born with.
Mhm.
Everything we need, we were born with. We are actually enough, just as we are.
Yes.
We are equally blessed, men and women. Don't get it twisted, but we were born to balance each other. There's some things that men do better than women naturally, and there's some things that women do better than men naturally. But we are at our best when we walk together, when we're moving in divinity, when we build together. We're destined for greatness. When we pull together, we are completely unstoppable. When we work together, that's when we are at our most dynamic. So no more division. So no more blame. No more acrimony. Just love. That's all I got.
That's all we need.
And that is all we need.
That's good. That was some good stuff.
That's super
Man.
powerful. Okay, listen, Brother Jeffrey, we got a couple minutes before we go to break, before the top of the hour. Tonight we are talking about why actions speak louder than words. How would you comment on that?
Oh man, this is a real easy one. See, actions, they stimulate the reticular activating system of the brain because it's something tangible. You can see it. So the brain can make an imprint and store a memory of exactly what you did and how it made you feel. But when somebody tells you something, that's subject to your imagination. So someone could say they know something, and the way that you think, you can imagine the worst coming out of that. They could also say something different. You can imagine the best coming out of that, but because there is no demonstrative activity for the reticular activating system to absorb and process, it's left to the imagination. And when you left to the imagination, sometimes you're going to see a crazy ass story.
Did you? That's not a documentary. What the? Jeffrey! Bro, you broke that down in so many different forms. Really? But I'm going to tell you, you my boy. But when I tell you did that one,
You did that one.
man, hell, why am I even going in the 8 o'clock hour?
What he said is words are fantasy and actions is the gravy. You know, actions is the thing you're after, right? You're after something. You're after love personified, love individualized. Make it about me, right? So powerful, so powerful. Listen, Brother Jeffrey, we always appreciate your segment and your words. You are a super powerful man, and just got a way of bringing messages to the forefront that we just never heard before. Continue to do what you do, brother. Any parting words for us tonight?
Oh man, everything is good. Tell that young lady to get back on the mic and spice it up with y'all fellas. I saw her start trying to Xander, it was getting good.
Oh, it was coming back. She coming back. She should know that it's for a minute, bro. It's coming back.
All right. We
Just
appreciate
like you.
Jeff.
You slap them, she gonna finish them.
We'll
This is what we do.
we'll look to speak with you next week, man. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. We gotta go to break again.
All right.
Jeffrey did some things tonight, man. I'm telling you, man. When I tell you he did that, he did
We
that.
did that.
We're gonna come back, we're gonna come strong, but then again, we gotta get back to my boy. We're gonna do the X Factor because again, we're gonna enhance you in a different way. We've been dealing with relationship, we're gonna deal with business in another fashion and form because the X gonna mean something tonight besides Wakanda.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
And my man Edwin's gonna break it down to y'all in a way that y'all gonna understand his business and what he can do for you. And my whole thing is we open our platform up because we care about you. And we'll be right back. All right, welcome back with Bartow with Jay.
Welcome
So
back.
after a long intermission, we had to get together because again we had so much thrown at us throughout this show, and I'm saying it's very impactful. Edwin, Craftmatic, and myself is in a place right now that we just feeling so good. I'm telling you, the energy here, and this is what I love about bringing people into the studio because the energy is high.
Yes.
It is so high, it's hard to just go off of what Jeffrey just said, Edwin said earlier, Crab did dynamic earlier, and I'm just silly as hell. Listen, get all that and understand we are trying to give you the best performance we can, but we're not scripted. It's not fake. It's
Right.
about being the most realest people we can because, again, I'm out to help.
There you go.
And that's why I brought, and I ain't gonna say me, Craftmatic, let me know. Because again, I gotta give hats off my man Craftmatic, no one more than I do. Edwin to the show. Edwin, let them know more what you do. Because again, when we talk, you make me feel at home.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
am
you.
at home.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Edwin. I own X Enterprise.
Mhm.
We are a creative branding agency, CBA. What we do is we help entrepreneurs in all industries. We help them by branding them. We help them by showing them the bridge of not every entrepreneur is a business person.
Right.
A lot of them lack certain things, like anything in life. We bring structure. We bring the business side of it. We've done it in the past for over 7 years. We've been running business, and it's my turn now to teach the world. Well, not the world. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It's my turn to teach a group of entrepreneurs who are willing to grow and put in the grind. At the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a teacher. I believe that if you don't give back what you have learned, it's going to get lost when you die.
Yes.
I'm about a legacy. I'm building a legacy. And to me, I think about my grandkids that are not born yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that they're taken care of. And if I don't care about them, who's going to care about them?
Right.
I like that.
Right.
So I'm all about wealth. I'm all about longevity. I'm all about living. This is a lifestyle for me. Entrepreneur is a lifestyle. I hustle 24/7, but I enjoy it. I have fun. I have meetings last night I had a meeting at 12:30 at night with one of Future's rappers.
Okay.
So it shows you. I could have been home sleeping, but no, here I am having a business meeting pretty much in a parking lot at 12:30 at night, which led in tonight for me to sit down with Future. So it started as just a basic meeting in a parking lot, but I show the guy so much of what the potential of what we can do that tonight Future called me and said, "Hey, can you come over to the studio so we can chit chat a little bit more?"
And see, that's all about the grind.
Yes, sir.
That's all about the grind. And when you said there are a few select entrepreneurs who really want to make something happen, unfortunately, it is a few people, right? Even I'm having to take a step back, even with Minecraft a little bit, and say that, hey, everybody don't want to go to the next level. right? There's a subset of people who want to go to the next level, and that's who I represent. That's who I'm speaking to, and that's who I'm trying to liberate. And so, so you created this branding company called X Entertainment, and what do you envision for this company? Where is it going? What are you trying to achieve?
This is my 10-year goal. This is going to take me from 40 to 50. I plan I plan every year. I plan for 5 years, and I plan for 10 years. My 10-year goal for this company is to go IPO.
Okay.
That's what I'm putting the work every day in for IPO on this company. It's a company that it's a movement. X is a movement of different industries. X is a movement to help out every entrepreneur. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, as long as you're willing to learn and be part of something bigger. Individually, you're not going to accomplish much. I'm sorry to tell you that. Anybody that runs a company by themselves normally only grows a certain amount because you're only one brain.
Right.
When you have a team behind you that works when you're sleeping, that works when you're actually doing other stuff, you're actually able to progress much, much faster.
There you go.
My whole thing is a lot of people focus on being better than the other person. We focus on, as a group and as X, we can actually do whatever we want, and we can actually create a movement in all different industries that we feel that the industry is being ran the wrong way, or that the industry has not adapted to what is actually going on now.
Okay. And I know you got this pitch about being famous. What's your take on being famous?
Yeah, because I sure want to jump on that one.
Yeah, X Entertainment really is designed to show what fame really can and can't do for you. Tell us more about that.
X believes that in being famous is fake. I'm going to tell you why it's fake. Anybody can go and buy 300 followers on Instagram. Anybody can get a security guard for $15 an hour and make him walk in front of you in the mall. Anybody. It's all about if you want to do it or not. But at the end of the day, fake is just a word that America has implemented into people to make them want to chase something. It's not real. It's if you talk to these people, as I talk to them, the ones that are supposedly famous, they put on their pants every morning the same way that all three of us put on their pants. All it is just that somebody invested in their branding and made them actually look much more bigger than what they actually were. And what did America do? America chased it. America ate the cookie. America went and said, oh my God, this guy's famous because this guy's doing this guy's doing that, not realizing that it's all being put in front of the actual people to make the people think that he's actually famous, and America made him famous.
Listen, this is profound. It is profound because we have to understand that if you see any person's image a lot, it is being mass produced for you to receive.
Right.
Did everybody hear what I just said?
Yes.
If you see any one image, a logo, a person's face, a quote, a song, anything, if you see that a lot, it is being mass produced and delivered to you. And so you begin to believe that it is the thing to do, the thing to do, the thing to see, the thing to have.
Focus on.
Right?
Focus.
What you doing, man?
Oh, Brandon. I mean, what
Guys,
is this
think
show about?
Think about this, guys. McDonald's attacks children as soon as they go into school.
Right.
So McDonald's starts when they're in kindergarten. There was a test done about 3 years ago where a company went into every kindergarten, not every, but went to a majority of kindergartens and with like 3 pictures. One picture was the president, one picture was Jesus, one picture was Ronald McDonald, and one picture was some other guy. Every kid in every elementary school got one answer right. Ronald McDonald. What does that tell you? That tells you that they are branding you. They are washing your mind from little, hey, this is the food you have to eat. There's a reason why you walk by every McDonald's and they all smell the same. Have you guys realized that McDonald's actually has a smell that they release in their parking lot every single time? To make sure to remind you, hey, I need to eat a Big Mac. Hey, I need to eat their fries. It's a setup. It's in your face, but you guys are so caught up in looking at your phone and trying to keep up with social media, and social media is moving like lightning. So you're never going to keep up with social media. Realize something. Feed something out and see how fast it disappears.
Right.
Because of the speed that it's moving.
Right. Right.
That's why I ride around with my AC and my windows up.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to smell none of that.
Yeah.
The Burger King smelled good last time I rode past.
Mhm.
But I'm going to tell you all day long. I like what he said. What I really like is everybody want to be famous. And it's one of the things I said when he came on, said, hey, I want to be famous too. I want to be a guinea pig. Why are you going to be a guinea pig which you're already able to mass produce? You got to have
Exactly.
substance.
Yes.
You got to have that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So don't come to you without it. Or it's going to be hard for you to find it when you don't know it.
Yeah,
And that's what I like about how you said it. That's the realest thing about what we got to do.
Yeah, and let
Yes.
me put some layman's terms on this a little bit for those of you listening. That if you start a business, you own a business, you have an entrepreneurial spirit, and you have a product or service that is going to, you're going to sell it and make a lot of money, or you're going to be famous, or you're going to offer the best product on the market, whatever your intentions may be, that he said it so perfectly. You cannot do this alone. And what you have to realize is that there is a horsepower of marketing that you have to tap into. Whether you do it yourself or whether you hire somebody else to do it. But you are not going to get known. I used to say to my clients all the time for many years, you can bake the best cakes in the world. But if you don't know how to sell them, you are never going to be anything but a cake baker. You're not going to have a rich cake company. You're not going to have a retirement. You're not going to be able to put your kids through the best schools. You got to find a way to get yourself in lights. And that's what he's talking about, the horsepower to brand your company or your business. And so it is, it's paramount for people to begin to understand this. You don't start your business off going to buy business cards. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. Right? You got to start focusing on how this internet is going to be able to blow your business up. And you got to find somebody who can do that, because that is a full-time job.
Yes, it is.
If you build a website and it's a good website and you get a lot of traffic, you are not going to be able to manage hundreds of people wanting to hear from you on a daily basis. You have to find an organization, a system, a process to be able to manage it, and at the same time, interpret it.
To create good content, to be creative. That's why the team is so crucial who you hired. My creative team ranges from the age of 18 to the age of 24. There's a reason. That's what the world wants to see.
Right.
So you have to give the world what the world wants to see. They call me a dinosaur. I can't even input something into that team. When I do, they take it, they crumble it up, and they throw it in the trash. Say, thank you, get out now. Why? Because to them, I'm a dinosaur in that particular area.
Yes.
I'm a hero in other areas, but in that area, they're like, great, haha, funny, get out.
Yeah.
But the
point is that the wise entrepreneur will know that he needs to let the reins go on that side. I used to always say, the thing that I need to be most successful is a internet marketing, social media guru in my back pocket. Somebody who I can talk to on a daily basis and push a certain kind of button, interpret the information that's coming back in. I was all excited that we got 1,000 views on one of my videos, and went back and looked and said that the average clip was 45 seconds. And I do 3.5-minute videos. I was like, whoa. They saw it, but I didn't reach them.
You lost them at 45.
There you go. Now, how many years could I have been playing the same damn tape and trying the same thing and pushing the same button, and I'm never going to get a different result? It takes expertise in these areas, and that's what X Entertainment is going to bring to the table.
Correct.
Is the expertise to drive your business, to brand you. Branding simply means that everybody knows who you are. At first sight, they see your image, they see your face, they see your logos, whatever you have, that the world can begin to see it. Listen, and here's the key. Once the world can see you, it's up to you to take advantage.
Then they trust you.
Right.
Once they trust you, they start giving you their money.
Right.
And then here comes the money flow that every entrepreneur is looking for. It starts with trust. There's a reason why Amazon is the most trusted company. What does Amazon tell the world every day? We care about the customers. You guys have to remember, Amazon is just a platform that is run by an entire entrepreneur that drive it.
Right.
They're all young people trying to sell an item on there.
Right.
But the moment they deliver that item and that item is broken, the moment they deliver that item and that item is not exactly what the customer expected, what does Amazon do? Instant refund, just like that. Why? Because Amazon cares about the client. Because Amazon promised the client when they signed up for that Prime ticket that they signed up for the monthly fee is, we're going to take care of you. I'm going to deliver to you in 2 days or less whatever you ordered, number one. And number two, I'm going to make sure it was done correctly. And if it's not done correctly, please feel free to call me because I will refund you back your money instantly.
And this is a side conversation. But listen, you have to be practicing that too.
Yes.
Well, see,
Right.
what
I
happened
have
was
to
when that doesn't ain't come right, and it was about 3 days late.
We don't.
I still want your money. Listen,
Nah.
I ain't perfect.
Listen,
Truck broke
Yeah,
down.
this
It's
is-
new, but it broke
this
down.
is something that we have to practice. Toronto with Jay.
Man, Jay is feeling it. Like the people out there, I'm telling you right now, I'm charged up because again, not just Edwin's business, but this whole thing is remind me of the whole show. The whole show is not just to be famous, but to be important. Give facts. Okay? This is one of the reasons why I always wanted to do it on my own because I don't want to be scripted. This ain't an ad. This is about real people coming together to see if we can make real things happen. Well, real things don't happen till you be real. I got real people in the house. That's why I love the vibe. We don't have to fake nothing. It's all about us coming together in a way that you all can understand us in a way that we can see our faults.
Yes.
It's not about being perfect. He said he was homeless. He went through some things. He found a person that brought him to one point. They didn't work out. Then he found another person. We all don't have it together, but we all want it. We want fame. I said when he came, oh yeah, I want to be famous. Okay? And I said that, I want to be famous. But understand, with the fame, I want to have notoriety of why I started this. It wasn't for fame.
Yeah.
I started this to have a better understanding of people and give a deliverance of what I want to give before everybody just know me and I lose me because once somebody buy me, I'm not me.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there's so many areas I kind of want to attack, but let me just say this about
What you
fame.
do?
That if I were to make, I want every person who's listening to the sound of this, my voice and this show, I want you to ask yourself this question.
Mhm.
If I were to make you famous tomorrow, what would you do with it? You see, that's the key. I can put you in lights, but what are you going to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If no one knows you, and we all know that fame can oftentimes be a fleeting thing, right? It can come and it can go in a matter of, a couple of months.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? But when you are famous,
Mhm.
what are you going to do? And I'm encouraging everyone to begin to think about how you would sell yourself at the next level. That's the point of this message, right? If I brand your business and I get you in the lights, I get everybody's knowing you, the name is familiar, the brand is familiar. Now, how do you really attack the world? Because now you got the world's attention.
Yes.
What are you really bringing to the table? And if you were to ask me that with my company, Minecraft, as soon as the world trusts my brand, once they trust my brand, I'm going to bring such phenomenal motivation products to the table. It's going to be unlike anything they've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about message delivered, almost designed specifically for people's needs. And, I have an understanding of consciousness and how the world needs to be developed, but I'm talking about a place where, it's one of my visions is having a Friday morning call, right? Friday morning Zoom, I want the whole world on there, and all we're going to do is motivate you. All we're going to do is tell you about, overcoming your problems and your sorrows and getting laser focused on tomorrow and working yourself out, getting strong, training yourself, developing yourself, getting some workouts in, getting some meditations done. I'm I want to feed your spirit ideas to keep you healthy and to keep you focused and to keep you living and being alive and thriving in the world, because there is no place to get those messages on a daily basis.
Right.
You got to go find and chase those messages. But if you come to Minecraft, any button, you close your eyes and click on anything, and it's going to liberate your spirit. It's going to help you overcome. It's going to help you be stronger. It's going to help you be focused. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to nurture the people. When I get to the top, I want people to be able to say, hey, if I need some inspiration, I'm going to Minecraft. You know, I'm frustrated today. Let me go see what Minecraft say about frustration. Right? I'm a little sad today. Let me go and see what Minecraft says about frustration. And when you click on Minecraft's frustration, it's going to say, I am no longer frustrated. I'm moving in the right direction. I'm no longer going to doubt myself. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm moving closer to my goals. There's nothing going to stop me.
Right.
You're going to start to hear words that completely will eradicate your spirit and eradicate all of that frustration, because you're only dealing with a mindset issue at that point. That's what I want to do when I get in front of people, is continue to liberate their spirits. And it's almost like church on a Saturday morning. Right?
Yes.
But we're talking about positivity, not necessarily religion and God. We're talking about positivity.
Now let me take your positivity, and I'll show you why Bar Talk with Jay started this and why Minecraft is a part of this. Because I want to take the people off the streets. Because I already know they ain't going to church.
Sure.
And the church has been shut down now. And they go in the bars, and that's what Bar Talk's about. Now, I still need you to pour it out. And you might have lost faith in all with different religions you might be in, but don't lose faith in yourself.
Right.
Sure.
So now you're talking to somebody that is a bartender. They know the drink, but my whole thing ain't about the alcohol, it's about you.
Yes.
I need you to pour it out, because some people say it's truth in liquor. It ain't about the truth, it takes a filter off. It numbs you to
That's
a
right.
certain degree.
That's right.
My whole thing is take the numbness off and understand it's still about you.
Yes.
Now, they say it's speaking truth. My whole thing ain't about that, it's about you. Speak it.
Yeah.
And pour it out, for we can understand it, for we can see it in a different way. We can give it back to you, how you might be speaking it in a different way.
Yeah.
But you can see you. It's not for me to change you. It's for me to listen to you. And then at that point, that's where Minecraft comes, because now I got to help aid. Because you got to open up.
You got to
For
open
it
up.
to open up to you. Because
Yeah,
my whole
that's right.
thing is, until you understand you will not fix you.
Yeah.
And that's where I don't want the bar to take the negative approach. I want a bar to understand, pour it out with us. And my whole thing ain't just about liquor, but my whole thing is consume responsibly,
Sure.
and don't let it be the fix. The fix is you. This show ain't about the alcohol. We do it because that's what the people do, but we do it responsibly, and we can still speak to you to make the best come out of you.
Yeah.
You see, you keep saying something. Responsibility.
Yes.
It's a big word.
It's a big
A
word.
lot of people are scared of that word, responsibility. Why? Because you're held to accountable. Your feet are held to the fire. A lot of people have a problem with that. You know why? Because they want to act like they're responsible until you put the fire on it.
Right.
Remember the story I told you when we took the break?
Mhm.
They ask, what do? I deliver.
Right.
And then I expect. But like anything, I look at the time, or I look at the date. I'm going to give you X amount of days to see what you're going to do all on your own. Because that's how you're going to tell me who you are. If you're going to grab it and run with it, or you're going to let it sit at your house.
That's how you're going to tell me who you are. And listen, let's go back to the beginning of this show. Why actions speak louder than words in relationships, because your actions tell me who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Period.
X Factor.
And it comes
sir.
down to that. Your
Welcome
actions,
to S.
yeah, tell me who you are. That's exactly right. I just want to, what you just heard from Jay and I particularly was our vision
Yes.
for our works, right? And so if we were in front of millions of people, we would be saying, hey, instead of pouring it out at the bar, come pour it out with us. But you got to find a way to open up and talk about the issues that you're dealing with. You got to find a way to get some help from somebody else. You got to find a way to hear a different opinion, a different story, a different message. If you're just kind of lounging in your own mind, you're never going to get there, folks.
100. 100. I'm going to tell you, we're all looking at the same picture.
Yes.
We're all looking down, living a life, the same picture. But it's funny how all of us have a different opinion about the picture that we're looking at.
My pastor used to always say, there's 7 billion eyes on the sun, and everybody sees it differently.
That's right.
Right. We're going to look at one right now.
Scarface over there.
Yeah.
Everybody can say something different. You can look and say you see him in a big old tub,
Right.
living luxuriously. You can look around and see he being rich. I look at Scarface and I can see the face. What face is you gonna put on that?
He's
And
worried.
then when you look at the Scarface, you see the orange. Look above and you see Bartol.
Right.
That's the logo I made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can put my face on something else and still make you see what you don't see
That's right.
when you believe in you.
Mhm.
And that's what this is about. Is understanding branding in you. But you still seeing something else. You see what somebody else created. But everything was created by somebody.
That's right.
And my whole thing is you still got creative juice too. You can't just look at it and think that's all it is. That's why people invent. You just got to keep the creative juice and understand the process and get your stuff out there. But if I sit back and my son, and I wish he was here right now, because I love him to sit in on this, and I say all the time to him, if this is what you want, show it.
That's right.
Write it, do it. You've
Live
been with
it.
craft, you've been with around great people, and you can't keep talking it. It's to a point where dad can't hold your words.
Mm-hmm.
I understood them from you a child, but this is what you want, you show me now. It's show me time.
It's
You
show
said
me
it.
time.
You talked it, you said you walk it. It's show me, because me, I'm not about what you say no more. You don't have to say nothing, and I speak for you because I'm your father. I am to provide, I am to look for you, but you are to speak for you.
That's right.
Because God gave you voice. I want you to speak. My whole thing is to give you the avenue to be able to speak. So I got the mics, I got the things that you can do. And then you tend to be lax.
Yeah. You don't
Because
want to come in here for an
I
hour,
don't want
right?
to outshine me.
What?
Well, before I say anything, he don't want to outshine me.
That sounds like an excuse.
The excuse was, I did this to outshine my father.
That's right.
My father showed me a life before I seen this. So when I seen him, I wanted to outdo him. I want my kids to outdo me.
That's right.
So if you go with this as a fear, it's a tactic to be better. Because I wasn't a fear of being less than my father. I always had a drive to be better. When he passed, it didn't stop me. It made it harder for them. Because now, would they make an excuse? I can't.
Right.
Because I can never know how far he can go, so I got to go to the farthest.
Yeah.
Nowadays, parents don't want to be outshined by their kids. That's the first problem.
Nowadays.
Instead of thinking that it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about us.
Mhm.
It's about what us can do together. It's about, I want my son to be better than me. Why? Because when I grew up in an average American home
Mhm.
with an average income. I had a problem with that. It bothered me. It was an internal thing. I was young, but it bothered me that it was just okay. I was like, I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be just okay. So I kept searching and searching until I found what everybody talks about. Wow, that's the 1%. Wow, that's this. Wow, that's that. What I realized when I started working and serving the 1% was that they did everything different. They were doing the opposite of what I grew up in the neighborhood, in the poor neighborhood that I grew up in, Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Mhm.
And I was like, why is Dad doing that? And why is Steve doing this? And clearly it showed because I used to go to sleep on an average American home.
Mhm.
But when I used to go visit Steve, it was a 20,000 square feet home. But he was always working. He was always wanting more. He was always, he's the one that taught me about, don't think about your kids and think about your kids' kids. That's where it's at. It's thinking bigger than you, but we're selfish. It goes back to why we don't want to hire a team to brand me. Why I don't want to hire a team to go out and market me. Why? Because we're selfish. We think we can do it all. And that's why there's so many people stuck in the rat race. And that's why there's so many entrepreneurs that cannot get going and keep losing money. Well, people have come to me and said, "Wow, this pandemic has treated you incredibly good." No, I created. I took a problem, and instead of looking at it as a problem, I found a solution. I found the good in the bad, because in every
Yes,
bad news, there's good news if you look for it. But it goes back to being detailed.
Yeah.
You have to be detailed. You have to be able to think everything that happened, and then say, "Okay, there's the good. That's what I'm going to attack."
There you go. There you go. It is time for us to take our final break, and then we're going to come back and try to wrap up this show. There's so much good stuff there I wanted to talk about, and didn't get a chance
It'll be
to
a
chime
hard
in.
wrap up.
Yeah. So,
Hard wrap up.
tonight, folks, we're talking about why actions speak louder than words, and I think you can start to hear some of these examples that people who really want it, they're showing it. And before we go to break, let me say this. I want to put a caption on something you said.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is our tagline for the remainder of the year.
What you got?
It's show me time. I hope you folks are enjoying the show thus far. And certainly Edwin is just chiming in, man. We love it. We love it, man. We love it.
He's a guest, but he's a guest that's long term.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't know what all he was walking into.
I did not.
But what I love about him is he adapted. That's what we do at Bar Talk with Jack. Be family. Don't invite somebody in and they don't feel comfortable.
Right.
Here, everybody feel comfortable because of our vibe. He didn't know what all he was doing, but he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
I never want to make y'all feel like he wasn't confident in him.
Yeah.
Remember, when you walk in and get an interview with somebody, you don't know where it's going to go.
Mhm.
My whole thing is he didn't know, but we're going to make him feel comfortable.
There you go.
So when
There
we
you
do
go.
our little sidebar, it is to get more knowledge out of him because we want to do business for him.
Yeah.
That's where it should be. It shouldn't just be a show for y'all. It's not just a show. This is business. Our whole thing is to adapt and get us to understand we can be strong. Ain't about color, it's about integrity.
That's right.
Be about your shit or don't bring it.
Don't bring it at all.
Here,
Yeah.
I can't endorse what I don't appreciate.
And listen, be about your business is the essence of why actions speak louder than words.
Mm.
It's okay to sell a few people your vision, where you're going and what you want, but they need to see the fruit of your labor
That's right.
in order to believe you
Yes.
anymore.
The one on the couch smiling now.
Them
She
is-
like that.
Yeah.
The first thing that I accepted when as I was growing as an entrepreneur is that I work for my people. I'm not their boss. I'm their leader.
Right.
A boss will always fail because a boss is too busy telling people what they did wrong instead of showing people what they did wrong.
Yeah.
Anybody could be a boss. I mean, good luck because you're going to crash and burn. A leader, look at Jeff Bezos, look at Bill Gates, look at Elon Musk, look at everybody out there who's now making billions, not millions. Guys, realize it started off with us trading cans back when the Pilgrims and the Indians were together.
Mhm.
We gave value to cans. Today we give value to actual paper. So we used to talk about millions was like, oh wow, that's a lot of money. People are talking about trillions. Who's going to be the first company to get to $1 trillion? That's how fast the world's moving. And that's why the baby boomers are slowly coming out. Millennials is coming in. You have to adapt to what's about to happen. Like I said at the beginning, factories are going out of business. Internet is the new factory.
Right. There you go.
And I'm going to tell you, the one on the couch told me the 50-50 might not win and this and that. But one of the things she said, and she won't denounce, is when I see something in somebody, I see it. So again, I don't want to put everything on everybody going Dutch. It's about having substance in you and let somebody see you.
That's right.
And you got to be more upfront. Now, one of the things she didn't say to me, but what she liked about the person she with, she's seeing a potential. We don't always bring it because we're scared that somebody might want to take it the wrong way. My whole thing is my potential can't be taken the wrong way when I give it. how I give it. Now, my whole thing is I might not be the best talk radio show. I might not be this. That's a judgment call. My whole thing is give substance in what you do. And you will grow from a substance standpoint compared to what you... Because we always want to measure by somebody else.
Right.
And I've done it myself. I look at somebody else and they get paid for this. I want to get paid for that. I'm chasing money, but you got to get back to your integrity.
Right.
Because when you are about something, it will come back to you just like it went to them. But we all want it overnight. 4 years going, and my whole thing is I love the whole movement before the money.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, when the money comes, it can change. Because if somebody buy you, it's no longer you.
That's right.
Understand what you want, because it can change overnight. Because somebody come in and they offer me $3 million. Me and Kraft gonna be two different people. We actors. I'm just telling you. Yeah, you talk about sell out. Oh, we gone. But listen, I gave it to you years before. You got 4 good years of what the hell we wanted. Because at that point, we're gonna act whatever way they want. But we paid. Don't trip on me. Just understand what I need.
That's why X is a movement. The first agreement that we made on X is that we're going to get bought out. And we know it already. Because why? Because everything that we're doing is different than what's happening right now. So we're already ready to get bought out, but we already made an agreement. The group has made an agreement that it's not about the money. It's about making a movement and building a legacy. So we're already, when 5 years come and X is making $100 million, we're already ready to say no to whoever comes to offer us money. Why? Because this is a 10-year plan.
Right.
So it starts with having a plan that you're going to execute. If you cannot, and then actually executing it. Because if you do execute it and you don't focus so much on the money, yes, money is important. Money is like oxygen. You can't live without it.
Right.
But you can definitely spend less. You can definitely eat out less. You can definitely give your girlfriend or your date or whatever it is less. The day I decided, about 2 years ago, I was spending money. Stacey's he knows this very well. I was eating out 3 times a day. I stopped one day and I decided to look at my actual financials on how much I was eating out on Uber. My average bill was about $3,000 a month of eating out. I was eating out breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Stacey's the proof of it. But what happened?
$100 dinners, easy.
Yes.
$100 dinner.
Oh, it's all day long.
Yeah.
Because you start off by eating McDonald's, which I was 10 years ago. But then you graduate from there. Your taste bud graduates from there. And then you start eating in a different restaurant. And then you start Chili's. And from there you graduate to Olive Garden. And from there you graduate to the next one. And next
I want to know what the hell you graduate to for 3,000. Because I'm telling you right now, I eat out a lot.
You want me to tell you? Ruth Chris, Capitol Grill, Bones. That's the norm.
You got to both do it.
Yes. House. I mean, I've been to every steakhouse in Georgia. Everyone. I made it an actual effort with my family, my wife and our son, to actually visit every steakhouse. And I did it for my son because I wanted his taste bud to actually get better and better. But what I realized was when my expenses were at $3,000, then I realized that I was out of control at that point. What did I do? I was out of control on the budget side. I was out of control on my health side. So I had to actually rearrange and actually refocus on my health. One thing that I live by is saying focus equals abundance. In anything you do in life, focus equals abundance. Let it be in money. Let it be in love. Let it be in whatever you want. If you just actually focus as a human being, it will equal abundance. I tell this to people every day because the day that I need money, you know what I do? I focus on it. And by the end of the day, I have money. It is the most insane thing in the world, but it's the truth.
It's the way it works. It's the way the universe works. That's absolutely. Whatever you place your mental attention upon grows.
I want money.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, somebody need to go ahead and cash at me. I heard it's been tripping anyway.
I want money and then go spend $100,000.
I'm gonna try this half of it.
So listen, tonight we've been talking about why actions speak louder than words. And we talked about from the relationship perspective. We've talked about it from the business and the entrepreneurial perspective. And Barb has a quick list here that I'd just like to go down. Examples of why actions speak louder than words,
Okay.
or how you can see the differences. I like B first. All right. Apologies in a relationship. All right. We only got 3 minutes and we got to close out here. But
We go over.
if you are, we really should be all right.
We got this. Go ahead.
If you are in a relationship and you feel like you've never had to apologize to your spouse or significant other, then you probably are unwilling to accept your own faults or your own troubles in a relationship.
You have ego issues.
You have ego issues.
Now, I would
Yeah.
also say
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
apologies I hear, but I will also say change. Because my whole thing is, you made a mistake, I'd rather see the change than you apologize.
Absolutely.
Because
Actions
some
speak louder
people,
than
yeah,
words.
because you can tell me you sorry, but you still keep doing it.
Yes.
You cheated on me. I'm sorry I cheated. You keep doing it. Your words don't mean nothing to me no more because your actions stay the same. My whole thing is I like to see the change in a person because it affects you. Somebody told me something that profoundly I was appalled that I did. I didn't know I did. They told me. I was like, damn. I made sure they recognized I made a change in my life because I didn't like that.
That's right.
That's not how I am. I'm a jokester. I do this, but I don't defame no one. And that is not what I meant. But my whole thing is when I heard it, I understood how they felt. That's not what I was aiming for. So my whole thing is I made sure they seen the change in my action.
That's
I didn't have to apologize. When I heard it, I was like, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then them said, yeah, you're going to do it again. And I didn't. And I never did it again. And then one day I brought it up to them. That, I never knew I heard you like that. And I do apologize. It was way later.
And
They said, I already seen your actions, bro. You ain't got to say that. Because I seen a change in what you did.
Right.
That's right.
And that means more to people
That's right.
than just apologize. Because normally you say, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And sorry ain't a real apology to
That's
me.
right. Yeah,
That
no.
means I'm a sorry ass individual. I'm not.
That's right.
Go ahead, go to the next one.
Words speak louder than actions speak louder than words. What can we say? I like the H one. The golden rule: treat others how they want to be treated, not how we want to treat them.
That's gold. That's the golden egg in the group right there.
That's the golden egg.
Because you have to treat people the same way you want to be treated. You're not better than nobody.
Right.
Treat people how they deserve, and people will treat you how you deserve to be treated.
Right.
Now, I like to say I agree with y'all, but I'm going to be honest. I doubt why I treat people how I want to treat myself. And I try to hold myself to a high regard. So I can treat people to a high regard. And then when you treat me better, I always see a better atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I've been treated like shit and I didn't like it. Right? So I try to treat people better than what I was treated, but it's exposure. Please understand, everybody ain't had a high level of exposure until you've been around a lot of people.
That's right.
So the more I be exposed, I always treat people how I walk in a room. I always want to introduce myself. Some people feel like I don't have to because I'm well known. I don't care how known you are. I'm respectful.
Of course.
I'm going to say hello. And then we're going to go from there.
That's right.
Now, to me, some people feel like I shouldn't have to do that because of where their fame and where their fortune might be. You putting numbers on disrespect of you. I feel like I work hard to get here. I'm going to work harder to stay here. And that's why somebody stay true to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
And listen,
So back to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
we gotta close this show out.
We
We're
don't
actually
have
over
to
time,
just go
right?
over this. Do you. I don't care. One thing I love about this show, and you know this are all people, we own the rights.
Right.
Facebook can't stop me. They stop me with the music. They can't stop me for what we do because if we don't add value, we fail at anybody listening.
Right.
I never know who's going to grab it at the end or at the beginning. But the day I stop it on time like everybody else, I become everybody else.
That's right.
This show is about the future. And if I got to run over, who paying for it? It ain't you. It'll be me tonight.
Right.
And I'll pay for this because this is one of the things that might change you.
Absolutely.
And I love it.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, can I close the show out now, guys? Okay.
But I had fun. I had fun with that.
So we want to thank our special guest, Edwin, X Entertainment. Thank you so much for being here tonight, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
You can follow us on Instagram at WTFISX. What the fuck is X? That's our Instagram page. Please follow us on there. And we'll love. I mean, the purpose of X is to help every entrepreneur who wants to be better than the rat race. We want the best of the best entrepreneurs out there who are willing to put in the work, because we have the team to give back to them, to grow them from wherever they're at in life to where they want to see. That's what we do. We deliver the best in creative side, to the marketing side, to the sales side, because we have leaders in every single one of those departments that actually excel every day, that go to work every day, and that make you better as a person in branding. Branding is who you are. Look at what we're drinking, guys. Look at what we everything we do every day. It's related to branding. It's in your face. So why don't you just focus on that? Stop focusing on spending money on stupid things, because that's what we do. We're too busy. Oh, my house needs this. Oh, my wife wants this. Oh, I want this new toy. Instead of focus on yourself and focus on how to grow your brand to leave something bigger than you. It's about that.
There you go. There you go. As I wrap up this show, I'll just say this: that what you do speaks incredibly louder than what you say. Your words paint a picture, but your actions pave the road. And that's what we're all about. It's show me time. That's the new word for today. It is show me time. And so we want to thank you folks for being a part of our show tonight. This is Bar Talk with Jake. My name is Craftmatic.
Smooth
Jay. We got, I guess, Edwin in the house. And we are here every week, every Thursday, 7 to 9, Facebook Live. Share us, like us, subscribe. Share us, like us, subscribe. You can find us on all the major platforms. YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. We're all over the internet. If you're trying to find us, we're here. And we certainly appreciate your participation. We love you. We do this only for you. And with that, folks, we are out.
No last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.